Nice, okay, now it works. Okay, and here we are. Welcome to the Miami Grand Prix broadcasting. This is Into the Happen. I am Paladin, and today we are looking at one fine track, the Miami Grand Prix. As you can see here in the thumbnail, I'm currently in the background still fixing some things with the stream, so I'll be right on it, because I want to show you two things, and these two things are standing, but let me quickly move them downwards a little bit. Let's fix this. Okay, and then it's so that you can see me. Let's insert the face cam. Okay, don't cover up the points too much. So hello, these are the standings currently for the championship. We have, and I have to move this for now. We have Grandi currently in P1, followed by Nestori, then Froseni, who scored 2-3 places. Then we have Charged in P4, who had some bad luck in Australia. You can always rewatch the VOD. And yeah, then we have Stealth with 6 positions, if I read that correctly. Can be 5th as well. It's rather small for me, the picture right now. You know what, I can always just view it here. I hope you guys can read it better than me. But anyway, yeah, Stealth. Oh yeah, 2 P6s, McVison P8, P5 in P6 currently. And then we have Yono, Vispa, J-Benz, Boxer Evo, Cyberpunk currently in P11, Dremet in the Sauber P12, P13, Yomeli. Then we have Darren, Kosandari, Igiawa, Couchhead, Gongos, Yuki, Whiplash, Thales, Odi Girls, Bubbles, and Yehuda-san in P24. We have 24 drivers, because as you can see by the missing numbers from time to time, not everybody, of course, can all the time make it. So the grid is filled up as much as we can. And also this is the reason why we have multiple drivers for some teams. So if you look at the sheet, at the championship standings right now, for example, there is Nestori, Froseni, and Whisper, all for VCARB. Some things of this may change, because I think Froseni retired from the championship because he doesn't want to focus too much on it anymore. He is currently more looking for some casual racing opportunities. So he decided to leave for his own good, probably. And yeah. And Whisper, I think either Whisper or Nestori will switch teams, something like this. I missed a lot of things there. Let's focus together. Look on the team championship. Racing Bulls is currently leading the championship with 60 points over Mercedes 59. Then we have McLaren, Sauber, Ferrari, Williams, Haas, Aston Martin, Alpine, Red Bull. We also have a Cadillac team and Audi. So 12 teams. There will be a pre-qualifying which should start sooner than later. I have the game already open in the background, but it seems like they are still doing some short runs. So yeah, some good chatter in the in-game chat. But yeah, let's see. Interestingly enough, I think like Williams, Haas, Aston Martin, and actually Alpine are okay placed, like they are in real life. Sauber is in P4, which is not what normally happens in real life. And then we have McLaren that is in real life leading the Constructors Championship right now as well as the Drivers Championship. So yeah, McLaren a little bit out of place. Who is completely out of place is Racing Bulls. They have 3 very strong drivers in Froseni, Nestori, and Vispa, so no wonder they are leading. But yeah, I think that's like all of the talk about the championship out of the way. I hope this is something practical, useful for the people interested in it, and I think we can now maybe switch over to the game. The problem right now is I forgot to recall Waffe to ask for the track flyover and the track presentation. And yeah, that is not so well, but I think it is fine, honestly. We are starting with the pre-qualifying. I'll move to the casting chair. Let's call it like this. And yeah, this is what we will see a lot of for the next couple of minutes. Texting about what is going on now. We are doing the pre-qualifying right now. There's still people connecting. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, I'm a little bit tired today. I haven't slept well the last couple of weeks, honestly. But that's neither here nor there. Pre-quali 1 is looking to start. Although I'm also a little bit confused, same as Darren in chat, because there are currently 17 people here. And why do we have pre-qualifying then even? But that's not, let's call it my problem. That is some others' work. Ah, there we go. But this is also a nice opportunity to explain the track a little bit. I'll quickly the track, by the way, is called Miami International Autodrome. So leaning on the more Italian side of things, I guess. Which I think is a little bit weird. There are 19 overall corners with, like, I would say, one corner that is maybe identifying as a corner, but isn't really. So yeah, let's see where the track is starting. We are starting from the back, so the Hard Rock Stadium is right there. Cars are currently here. And let's just have a ride along. Maybe with who's this? Oh no, that is what I wanted to do. And let's move closer here a little bit. Yeah, let's see what Zetamis is capable of today. In the white livery, which is a little bit weird. He's racing for Alpine. Maybe he forgot to change it. Who knows? Let's see what Nestor is doing. Okay, so yeah, right there, you see it, Nestor moved to McLaren. I think he wants to have a better shot on the championship. To together then with Charged. And I'm not quite sure if he already did race for McLaren in Suzuka, but I am 90% positive that he didn't. So yeah, this may complicate things for... I hate this overpass. Ugh. Let's move even closer. Yeah, this looks straight. Today in preparation for this, I watched a video about the Miami Grand Prix track, and these small, very slow corners under the overpass, they kill racing pretty effectively. That's why, and in my opinion, this track hasn't provided very good racing from what I feel is like can be good racing. Also, in case you are wondering why you aren't hearing motor sounds, that is a feature in Turbo Sliders Unlimited, or not a feature, but it's programmed this way because the cars are ghosted. Oh, sorry. The cars are ghosted to make life a little bit easier for the drivers. So yeah, these are the small corners coming up. These especially here, let's yeah, this kills racing because the field gets stretched out there because there's no easily following there due to dirty air and the overall, let's say, car performance. Is there somebody still at this point of track? No. Anyway, and then comes the long straight, which is in real life F1 a big factor with DRS overtakes. Of course, we don't have these here, which I'm very reluctant about. But yeah, this is a little bit not like problematic, but this kills racing in real life. Then I wasn't fast enough to get into free cam. Who set me 2 seconds off. He had a very bad time. We see a 1:14.4 from Charge, which is a very strong time. And overall, yeah, the field seems to be spread out over like 1.5 seconds. People moving to spectator down. And now Darren upset with something. Yeah. Okay, there seems to be not an issue, but yeah. Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the track. It's built around the Miami Hard Rock Stadium, which is home to the Miami Dolphins. I've been told some kind of American football thing going on there. I have no clue, honestly. I really don't understand, and I really don't also appreciate American football. If I would watch a sport like this, I probably would watch rugby, but I'm not so occupied with watching racing stuff. So yeah. By the way, in case you missed it, last weekend DTM weekend, which was it was an okay race weekend. The Saturday race was exceptionally boring. They raced in Oschersleben, which is also existent in Turbo Sliders Unlimited. So yeah, the race in itself was not very entertaining on Saturday, but the Sunday race was very entertaining, and I would highly recommend it to watch it back because the VODs are available from the race, from the TTM race on YouTube. At least they are in Germany, I'm not quite sure, but they have also an international feed, or what is it called in English stuff. English commentary, English videos up. I'm not quite sure if you can watch it everywhere in the world, but I mean, VPN's our thing. People are still upset because of quali versus pre-quali. I can understand this, but yeah, I mean, it's like this from time to time. Okay, it seems like 2 people are now in pre-qualifying. Dremet and Cyber. Don't ask me why, how, or what is going on here. But in case you want to race yourself, there is also a casual race available of this sort. So if you are seeing this and think to yourself, hey, next time maybe I want to participate, but I'm not quite sure if I'm good enough. There is now a TSU F1 2025 casual server also going on, which will be driven. I think I'm not quite sure in the same mode or in a slightly easier mode, but with the same cars on the same track. And yeah, there's also a lobby for that. And honestly, this is the small slow stuff that I was referring to, and I think it kills racing even here. I mean, obviously here it made Cyberpunk do a mistake, and this is maybe then a little bit better for racing, because on these complicated, very slow, very technical corners, obviously people are going to make mistakes. And yeah, Dremet doing a 15.4, which is a very good time. He would have landed like the E13 or something like this. I mean, obviously not super high up there, but it works. I mean, it puts him on the board. Let's phrase it like this. Cyber now going a good bit faster. He took some different lines through some corners in Sector 1, and this made him gain time on Dremet. Also Cyber here slowing his car down very deliberately. Dremet going a little bit more faster now here. And will Cyber repeat his mistake? No, Dremet touching the wall there. Cyber losing out losing out a lot of time here in Sector 2 compared to Dremet, who is now ahead coming into, let's call it like the final corner. But I mean, obviously not the final corner, but yeah. And Dremet, again, faster time, 15.3. Cyber with a 15.4. Not bad, but also nothing to... Also nothing too important, I would call it. Okay, people switching from spectator to racer. Let me have a sip of water in between. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, what's happening here? Nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what, guys? I'm going to leave you to the thumbnail of the stream. I'm going to clean my nose real quick. Be right back. Okay, we are back. In business, I got some caffeinated beverage going, which hopefully will help me stay awake. Okay, qualifying starting now. Necessary. Waiting. That doesn't work. Can we get a nicer cam going? Maybe like this? Yeah, that does work, doesn't it? Okay. So let's see the timing board here, or the position board. Oh, wasn't there a trick? No. Nope. Ah, damn. I don't know. I searched for the shortcut of seeing the lap times, but now we are seeing them. Anyway, probably it didn't work because there were none on the board. Charged with a 14.2. This is a real statement time. Setami is still struggling, 17.2 now in last. If Igiava 16.2 with a shortcut penalty there. Remit on the very bottom. Whiplash. Yeah, I mean the like Cyberpunk is probably safe, but I wouldn't count on it. But I don't know, maybe like Remit seems awfully slow today. Wow, Whiplash with another mistake here. Igiava is also on the brink. It would be a shame to see him run out of wait. Here. Okay. Would be a shame to see him already running out of steam in Q1, but I mean sometimes it is what it is. And here again, shortcut penalty for Igiava 15.7 would be maybe a great lap otherwise, but yeah. Qualifies in P18, and we have Zeta, Iggy, Whiplash, and Yomelli eliminated. Cyberpunk staying in, Darren also staying. Same as Dremet Japans, and charged with his 14.2. He knew exactly that he didn't need any more. So yeah, he is on pole position, 2/10 up on Grande right now, which is impressive to say the least. Which is what also is impressive, that JR, let's just call him JR, and Yuki Boy, who are relatively newcomers here, are doing fantastically well. Yuki, I guess, trained a lot for this. So yeah, 14.9. P8 currently, very nice. Also, Yomelli out is also nothing that I'm used to see. Yomelli is normally a very fast, very good driver, and it's surprising to see him leave so early. I mean, for qualifying, of course, that is. Now we have to get back to our camera that we just set up. I think now it will be a hard time for Dremet, McVison, maybe Darren as well, also Cyber. I mean, like, what is currently on the standings is pretty much how I expect this qualifying to go. Top 10 will be interesting. I think Grandi still has a shot in pole position. We see who was this? Was it necessary? No, it was. Was it charged? Yeah, it was charged who crashed. Oh, no. I mean, crashed or charged is probably still meaning he gets P5 or something like this. But if he loses a lot more time, yeah, he's in P8 right now. I mean, that is still not bad. Oh, Charge now getting a slowdown. If the rest of the field improves, then Charge is in serious trouble right now. Yeah, look, he's in P10 already. Yuki Boy still hasn't made it over the line. Yeah, now he does. Oh, Charge is now in deep water. The early shortcut is immensely painful for him. I think we will see a Charge starting from P11. I'm not quite sure if his lap will still count. I mean, it's probably on the board, but he needs a very good lap to secure everything. Oh, we have a spinner. That's Darren who spun out. And Charge. Oh, it's Yono in the other McLaren. Oh, now I'm McLaren Yono, yeah. But no, Charge is still not there. I'm not tripping. Will he improve? That's the question here. No, he doesn't. 116.1. That is unfortunate. Grandi is setting the 114.3. And this sets us up for some drama, baby, drama. Boxer Evo finds the exit door. Cyberpunk, also JR, J-Bands, and Charged biting the bullet. They are out of contention now for pole position. Grandi, who's currently holding pole position, is now in a place. Oh no, sorry guys, I forgot to change the picture. Shit. Oh no, how am I so stupid? Where? Oh no. Oh, that is the wrong Kacke. I'm sorry. I will probably edit the footage later on or something like this. Okay, yeah. So Boxer, Cyberpunk, JR, J-Bins, and Charged out of contention right now. We have Grandi, Yono, Stealth, Nestori, Hendrik, Yuki, McVison, Kosandari, Darren, and Dremet moving on to the next qualifying. Ah, thanks a lot for thank you. Thanks a lot for the nice words, man. Okay. Let's see. Grandi moving a step backwards. I didn't want to do that, but here we are either way. Let's lower the distance here. Okay. Now we are set up. This is probably our pole sitter. Maybe Yono can do something against this, but I am not so sure. And yeah, I am very, very keen on seeing how Grandi can improve here. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I also rarely make those live streams. I from time to time I cast these events here. It's like every like 3 or 4 weeks. I try to do it in my free time, and it's very fun for me. So yeah, nice that you enjoy it. Great stuff. The races, I mean, obviously we are still in qualifying, and obviously I fucked up beforehand, not having the wrong scene selected. But anyway, I think we still have a very nice race ahead of us. The qualifying is already very interesting, with Grandi now taking pole position away from Nestori, at least momentarily. I think so. And yeah, Nestori is trying for McLaren as well, so we still have 2 McLarens in, while one already exited. And yeah, it will be interesting. But I'm also interested in seeing that Darren is made up sometime in Q2, must have made up, and he managed to get into Q3, and now, with time nearly running out, Sandori in P10 right now with a 1:15, which is not the best time in the world. Oh no! Oh, Grandi now just destroyed his lap. I mean, I'm heartbroken for Grandi right now. I mean, he's still on pole position, which is impressive. It's a shame that Hendrik couldn't take away it from him, but I mean, it's good for Grandi. The 2 Mercedes boys starting from P1 and 2, that is a sight we haven't seen in a very long time in F1. Also the 3rd Mercedes with stealth, starting from P4. And yeah, then we have Nestori, Yano, and Sauber, Dremet. Then we have Darren, McVision, Yuki, and Kosandari. And I am very keen on seeing, in my opinion, the fastest driver, Charge, who will start from 11. I think he will tear through the field, but he will find it very hard to improve his standings, because obviously pit stops are a thing. He needs to manage his fuel, he needs to manage his tires, so it won't be easy. Let's call it like this. I think these are the total standings, or the starting order right now. We have Grandi starting from pole position, then Hendrik, Nestori, Stel, Vionno, Dremet, Darren, McVision, Yuki, Kosandari, Charge, J-Benz, JR, Cyber, Boxer, Yomeli, Vip, Iggy, and Setamis. Okay. I have 24 subs, and I sometimes have around 3 views for live, and my videos don't really do great. I mean, I am not a good person to give you advice on YouTube. I don't have a clue what I am doing, honestly. I mean, sometimes I made videos that I think they will be very good received and they don't get views, and then other times I make videos where I am not very convinced that they will do good, or that they are like up to my quality standards, and then you know how it is, they get quite a good views. The high subscriber count I have, or high compared to what? That's the question. Over 100 subscribers I only gained because I was doing Circuit Superstars content before I switched full time to TSU, and yeah, there I think I gained a lot of subscribers through this community, and I'm very thankful for that. But the game just wasn't it anymore for me, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. So yeah, I switched games. And yeah, now I'm here. I have to tell you, man, you are like now my only guy in the chat. I mean, yeah, I have six viewers right now. At least that is what YouTube is showing me. But I know that the guys that are racing, they have my stream on in the background. Maybe not to be informed, but just to support me, which I really enjoy, and I really like that. But yeah, I mean the chat is also not very frequented, but I can handle it, and I think that's the most important part. You never should do stuff like YouTube as like a means to make a living out of this. You should just do what you enjoy, you know. And if it's weird racing games like Turbo Sliders Unlimited, where you use mods, build your own tracks, and then race it like it's a serious sim sport, then yeah, do that. And if you find it nice, then comment on that. And yeah, that's what I do. That's what my jam is, and that's why I am here. I'm doing this, and it's nice to find someone who enjoys it. Anyway, I'm waiting on the racing to start. There is also the casual division going on now. I would like to move over there, but I don't want to miss the race start. And yeah, anyway. Ah, thank you, you too. It is quite interesting. You're not quite sure. I mean, looking at the track again, obviously this is the real life map. I mean, I think Charge can make up a few spots. He will probably have a hard time on the start because he is like in the thick of it. Also, it's Charged. He's super fast. Question is, are other people just letting him through because they know they are slower? Or is it something different? Okay, what's going on here? Nothing. Ah. Okay, we have someone. You joining? That is interesting. I want to use this time of waiting to see if I can find stream. No, that's not it. Is it here? No. Here? No. Okay. Maybe it's here, like? Multi-view docs, no. Nope. I am looking. Is it this? No. Multi-view, nope. No, okay. Yeah, I found what I was looking for, but it didn't work. We have people being small kids in chat, which is the normal Turbo Sliders unlimited experience, by the way. And I'm not moving to. Yes, come on, let's move, but I leave this here open until we are starting, which is stupid. It is what it is. Oh, it's taking ages today to get ready for everybody. Very annoying, honestly. Let's check what is happening here in Tacticus while we are waiting. At it feels like everything. We have some items to farm right now. Doesn't look like it. I would preferably maybe. You know what? I'll use the opportunity. I go quickly on a pee break. So be right back, guys. Hope you don't miss me too much. I'll leave you. Seems like too late for peeing. The race is finally going to happen. This always takes like weeks, something like this. Is it possible? We are finally starting. Okay. The race is already on. Nestori into the first corner, getting pressured by Stealth and Yono. Yono now Nestori there in front, having to bail out of the corner here. We have Darren in pursuit, and let's switch to oh, not like this. Let's switch to a little bit of a closer can. Darren, ramming, just leaving no space for McVision. What an unnecessary move. Jabins can be now in a prime position to gain some spots. Like Darren now going on the outside, having to defend from Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk holding the inside, and Darren now crashed out. I think that was Kosandari. Oh, big crash there. Big crash there. Yuki crashed, Iggy. And yeah, I mean, at least Darren finding the time to insult people. I think this should really yield a ban, or like a big fine for him. It's unacceptable behavior. Really, I mean, he rents McVision into a wall, leaving no space. I mean, the second accident there on the small cookie cutter section probably wasn't his fault. He defended there, but again here, I mean, you ran into a wall, and what are you going to do now? Are you going to block? Oh no, he's smarter than that. Okay. Yeah, let's stay with this group for now. But he runs. Yeah, okay, no, that is. He leaves no space there. I mean, he knows what's coming up. And he knows that he has a car on his right. I don't know. It's zero spatial awareness. Charge already has overtaken his teammate Yono. Big Charge, he benefited a lot from the chaos at the start there. And he's now already up in P5. And he is very well connected to the league group of Nestori and Hendrik. But Gandhi already gained like 2 seconds on Nestori, so I think Nestori is in a prime position to switch his strategy. But as you can see by the small M, Nestori is running on medium tires, so a slower compound but a little more durable. And Grandi is on the soft tires, which are degrading faster but also have the higher performance, which is a great choice for a race start. You can gain an advantage early on. And let's see what the other drivers are doing. We have Hendrik on the medium tires. We have Dramit, who managed to stay up in the leading group as well. On softs, and Charged now going for the move against Dramit. Dramit leaving some nice room there. Darren now in P18. He probably judging Yono on hard tires. Judging by his cunts writing in the chat, he had another accident, which I mean happens with his aggressive defending driving style. Kosandari on his medium tires defending against the Haas of Cyber. And yeah, McVision made it up to P13 again. Igiava P14. And yeah, Darren in last right now. Gandhi can still push away from Nestori, which is very interesting. Let's switch to a cooler cam. Was a shame that the race start was really not up to a good racing standard. I mean, I understand. Ooh, Charged going against Dremet once more. Now Charged up in P4. Dremet outbraked himself there by a lot, and he now loses 2 more positions in the process. Yono in P6 now up the ass of stealth, but Yono is on hard tires and he has a hard time. Lol, I guess. Okay, Charged is now hunting down Hendrik. And Charged really needs to make progress here. He is on 64% soft tires. And my guess is that like soft tires are good until like 40 to 30%. That is most often the case in these settings. And this will make it exceptionally hard now. Charged now into turn 1, trying an overtake on the outside of Hendrik, and he can hold it. Now up the inside, running Hendrik a little bit wide, which is maybe on purpose, but half of the story is also that it's obviously not on purpose, but it's like just how the track flows there. And yeah, with that, Charged has made it up successfully to P3. And he's really on a mission now. Others say he's on a charge, but we are staying on here because we see Hendrik trying to reclaim his position, locking up the left front a little bit in the process, and he needs to stay in behind Hendrik, Charged, and Hendrik finds the wall, which is very unfortunate. Comes out in P7. We hear a small ding in the front again. This camera perspective is not really suiting me right now. I think this is a little bit better. There are a lot of obstacles on this track, and they are not so, yeah, like this for example. You don't see shit here. But if I go even further, it's just down to the bottom more. So I just use cam 3 from now on, because the chase cams are nice looking, but don't really show what I want to show. That is it like this? Yeah, okay. Now we can see the distances. So Yano is very much now trying to get past Revit as well. Whom he already passed like a couple of laps ago. This section here of the track is just very dangerous. I know it's like this in real life, but it's that was very much on the edge there for Cyber. He nearly killed McVison, which would have been like twice in 1 week, which is not good that it happened, that it would have happened twice, but so far so good. They seem to test each other out a little bit. Iava in the third server now joining the fight, and he is on hard tires, which is interesting that he has such high speed now in P13. Jano, by the way, is still behind Dremet, but Hendrik is now close to Jano. So I think I want to move up and see this. And we just make it in time to see Hendrik completely overtaking both of them. We have to remind ourselves that Hendrik was P2 at the beginning of the race, but then he crashed in this very complex of turns here. But Jano now getting the slipstream moving alongside. He is on hard tires, which should still be a little bit slow on the corners, but on the straights, he definitely can hold himself up there. And Jono now still on the outside of Hendrik. Hendrik has to leave room there, but Jono doesn't try the same thing that Charge did a couple of laps ago. And I think Charged, just was in the pit lane. He's now on fresh hard rubber, and he is now therefore back in P8, but this means he still made up 2 positions from where he started, which is very nice, impressive. But Charged now on hard tires, obviously fresh hard tires. They are still fast, but he is on the brink now of getting into a battle with Kosandari, and this is something that is not very beneficial for Charged. He needs all his speed right now to focus on the fight up ahead and not to focus on defense. But speaking of defense, we heard another accident in the back. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Trimit and McVison now very low. Maybe they pitted as well. Let's see. Trimit has fresh tires now. McVison as well. Yeah, both of them were in the pit lane. Maybe they also had an accident. Because I don't think they would have come out so far down. We here see Darren trying to get past JR. But I want to see what's happening up front here through that weird chicane, which I will just from now on call the death chicane. They managed to go very cleanly. Jano now attacking Hendrik, who is very good, very nicely blocked. But Hendrik now still had the possibility of making it around the outside. Jano missing a little bit of the speed, having to go defensive here. Jano now on the outside is afforded room and affords room himself. This is nice. This is how we want to see the racing. Grandi now. Wow, smuggling there through. This is impressive racing, man. This is so great. Hendrik still now behind Jono. And J-Benz seems to join the fight there, at least temporarily. He has very old medium tires, but so does the rest of the group here. J-Benz trying to get on the inside there, but thinking about it twice, not wanting to disturb the 2 cars there fighting in front of him so much. So yeah. We have Charge now up to P7 again. He overtook Boxer Evo a couple of turns ago, I guess. Yormeli now in the slipstream of Cyber. Said I can't debug here. Would be interesting to see how much slipstream he has right now. Yeah, Yormeli on the hards. Whiplash on the hards. JR. Igiava now trying to attack Darren. And yeah, the 2 Sabers at the back here. Hurts to see. They had a great race for like 10 turns or something like this, then got to shit, recovered, and then got to shit again. Because I don't think that Remit, who was previously like up P6 or something like this, or could have been Iggy as well. But Iggy now in P14 himself. That is very unfortunate for everybody involved there. Anyway, we had Nestori in P1 going into the pit lane with 49% mediums remaining after 11 laps of driving. Or 12 laps of driving, I'm sorry. And yeah, therefore Grandi retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. In fact, he doesn't. Stealth is still in front of Grandi. Stealth wasn't in the pit lane yet. Still going for one more lap on his medium tires. And I'm not quite sure if this turns out for him good, but if the mediums last like 13 laps, I wouldn't be surprised if the hards would last like 20 something laps. In fact, we can check this. We have a charged. He switched to hards a couple of laps ago, and he only used 14% right now. If you say he has like 70% usable, that is like impressive stuff. I think, yeah, it was like lap 9, so 4 laps, 14% usage makes something like 4% tires per lap, which would maybe last him a good chunk. 80% would be 20. Maybe still needs to pit once more. But speaking of pit lane, Hendrik now coming in. Stealth stays out. Hakub coming in now. 1 hour too late, I guess. Maybe some weirdness with time zones or something like this. But the events are created regional in my opinion, so should have been communicated clear. We have a warp called out from Whiplash there. That means there is like small server warp. Igiava on his hard tires here. We have a fight brewing in front here with 3 McLarens, which is something to be behold of. We have Yano in front, Nestori then charged. Hakub disconnecting now. The 2 McLarens, are they switching positions? Yeah. Yano now behind Nestori on very much shoot out hard tires. And Stealth is still out there chugging on. We have somebody calling out Darren. That was Dramet. I think there must have been an accident between those two. We have Yuki JR in the pit lane. Usabo's now ahead of Darren. Hendrik now chasing Yomali. Chasing is maybe the wrong word. I mean, it's just looking to pass. Ooh, Grandi is now very close to... Charge now past Yono. We have AMR parked there. Yeah, that is Whiplash. He's probably either having some issues or he was crashed out. Where is the race leader? Come on, show yourself. Reveal yourself. Ah, there he was. Stealth now coming into the pit lane. Lap 15. If he keeps on doing these crazy strategies, I guess he's going for a 1-stop, which would be mightily impressive, considering that these were his starting compound tires. So yeah. Oh, come on, at least leave the server, Whiplash. This is very annoying. Okay, then now it is, well, not the starting order restored. Grandi is now back in the race lead, which obviously due to him already stopping for fresh tires is not an opportunity, but is something to take into consideration. He is now on 70% mediums. Necessary behind him is on 72% softs, which is a call that I understand why, but that I don't really get, or that I wouldn't have made myself, because I mean, yeah, in the middle of the race, pitting on fresh softs feels good, but this means that basically Necessary has to come in once more, and then is vulnerable after the second pit stop cycle to get into a lot of trouble there, in my opinion. Charged still on his like 73% parts, which is solid, I guess. I mean, he like 2 laps ago he was on 80 something. Oh no, that must have been even earlier. I am not quite sure, but anyway, would have been useful to maybe do some tire preparations with the racers to get a feeling how long these compounds last, or to ask someone, but I honestly forgot to do something like this. But it's way more surprising like this. Let's be real for once. It's very cool to see then these kind of strategies unfold. From what I'm thinking right now, like Steph is in prime position with his one-stop strategy. If he now has a solid stint to maybe recover like 2 or 3 spots even, so that he might end up on the podium. Because I mean, Yono definitely has to pit, and he is only getting slower right now. Charged, I'm not quite sure right now. He is now, I mean, he is currently like using what, 3-ish%, because it wasn't 72 at 1 lap ago here. So he's using 3% per lap right now, which comes down to not a lot. If this helps you, I mean, it's like let's get real. It's still 17 laps remaining. If he drives on with the 3% per lap, then he still needs like 51% tires, which would leave him with like what, 16% at the end, and I think that's unrealistic. I mean, yeah, the hard tires are durable, but you don't want to drive with them when they are at 16%. So I think what Charged will do, he will drive the softs and the hards until he feels like he got enough out of them, and then he will switch to another set of hard tires, not hard tires, to another set of soft tires for the end, making a 2-stop. Uyano had to reset there. I think he got off in the chicane, which is very unfortunate for him, but also good that he could reset in a safe manner, which now leaves Yano behind the 2 Mercedes of Stealth and Hendrik. And let's see what's happening further back, because Boxer Evo is now under threat of Dramet. Boxer Evo on fresh medium tires should have the advantage, honestly. I mean, Dramet is a good driver, but he can't make up like 30% difference in tires performance. That is just very unrealistic. We also have a fight going on a little further back here between Iggy, Yuki, and JR. who all three are very close today. And maybe we will see a move from Yuki on Iggy. Iggy has the fresher tires. Yuki only slightly worse tires, maybe 1 or 2 laps between them. And yeah, Yuki using the slipstream to his fullest advantage. If I were in the stead of Igiyava, I would have maybe defended a little bit harder from that. Maybe pushed. Okay, maybe a small dip there into the wall. Darren disconnecting. I mean, I get that Darren is upset, but Darren didn't. I think anyway. I don't want to upset anyone, but I think Darren should practice affording more room against other people on track. I know that is not always the answer to all troubles, but it's really like apparent. Not helped by the track design, of course, which is, by the way, not Cyberpunk's fault. He's asked to build the Miami GP, and then he is building the Miami GP, but this track has flaws, obviously, especially these weird chicane. But anyway, yeah, not much happening right now, honestly. A little, very sad. I mean, the closest that we are having right now is here Yomali and Boxer, but this, I wouldn't even call it a fight. They are on the same team helping each other. Yuki, JR, and Iggy are very close. Yuki now coming into the pit lane, which doesn't make sense in my opinion. He has very fresh tires, 70%. And not so much laps anymore. Switching to softs now won't help him. I don't really understand that decision, but that's his to make, not mine. So, yeah. Maybe also like didn't like the handling of the medium tires. I have this sometimes in V8 Superstars, not V8 Superstars, V8 Supercars, sorry. Where I don't like, for example, how the mediums or hards feel on the car. And therefore, I rather go for the tires that are maybe a little bit not so beneficial for the strategy, but they feel better, and this helps me then with my racing. Anyway, Yono is up behind the 2 Ferraris of Boxer Evo and Yomali right now. He already cleared Boxer and going very far here on the track limits to see what is happening. And I think it won't take long until now also clears Yomali. He's already checking his opportunities. Of course, he's a little bit cautious on the tires. Don't want to ruin them right away. But yeah, clean move up the inside there. Yomali is still getting defensive, but here he is just past, and yeah, that's it. I mean, Yomali has very worn out, chewed out tires. Obviously, he tries to stay in the slipstream, Boxer Evo as well, but I don't think we will see like a return foul, not foul, but a return overtake. I'm sorry. Yeah, as I predicted, maybe in the turn 1, Yomali try something again. But yeah, doesn't look like it. I think they will stay close for a couple of laps, but sooner or later the worst tire performance will catch up. to Yomali. You know, being able to drive the cleaner line right now. And yeah, Yomali having to let go, basically. He is not gaining time anymore on your, I mean a little bit, but not so much. Staying like in a half a second window, which is okay, I guess, but let's see. I mean, Jano had some accidents here the last couple of laps, but I want to move further up the field because Charged was in the pit lane. Oh, he switched to medium actually. Not quite what I predicted. But here is the most interesting part because Nestori switched to hard tires. Maybe it did soft, hard. I'm not quite sure. I think everybody has to use like 2 compounds. I don't get why he didn't switch to mediums. It's questionable decision had been made, but that's okay. Grandi also on fresh medium tires. Stealth barely has touched his heart, which is just impressive. I mean, Stealth is the guy who pushed his medium tires the longest in the start, so he will definitely make the one-stop work. I am not quite sure if he lets Grandi pass, but he does so, it seems like it, which is quite interesting to me. Nestori not really being capable of catching right now. Javins is running a really solid race. He still needs to pit once more, I believe. 10 laps on 50% mediums is quite a stretch. So he will lose out a couple of places, definitely. But yeah, maybe. Hendrik now appearing so far down? Did Hendrik have had an accident? Probably, I'm not quite sure. Did Hendrik reset? It's a mystery. It's very hard, honestly, to keep up with all of this. Would be handy to have for every driver like one recording going, and then you can just switch and see what happened. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's also not a feature that TSU offers right now. But maybe an external feature would be necessary there. But again, not really important. Cyberpunk in a battle with Kosandari. Cyberpunk maybe a little bit too overzealous there on the throttle, but the corner was his. Yes, he should have afforded room, but that looked more accidentally than on purpose. I think many things come down to like accidents, but some accidents have worse outcomes and some have better. McVison also switched to relatively recently to hard tires, definitely. Jabin's now losing a lot of positions, actually. He was P5 or P6, I believe. I think it was P5. And damn, he lost a lot, like 7 positions. That is just immensely insane. I am not sure if he can recover. I mean, he is on softs right now, and he is using all his wits. Oh, that was a gnarly move. He ran such a great dive from there. That was so well executed from Jabins. And Jabins now tries to catch the slipstream there. Cyberpunk. Oh, damn. Cassandra couldn't get next to Cyber. Otherwise it... Oh, well, okay, no crash there. Weird, sounded like it. How's it at the front? Hendrik caught up to Yono. I think we move very soon, but I want to spectate this spectacular fight here a little bit longer, because now J-Man's obviously coming to play, pulling the same move he did one lap ago on McVision and Igiyawa, which is quite impressive. That is exceptional. J-Man's overtaking master. Boxer and Yormeli coming into the pit lane once more. Again, a call that I wouldn't have predicted, and I wouldn't have made it myself, but that's their race, not my problem. Probably they are seeing how good the softs is working for J-Benz, and they thought, hey, come on, let's make it a little bit more difficult for us. At the other hand, I mean, Yono came in with 46% mediums, so that is not very beneficial. Stealth also now behind who's that, Charged and Nestori. But I think that has to do with his tires, or maybe he also got into an accident there. I missed it, I'm sorry, but it's hard to follow these things. Cyberpunk closing in on Iggy with still a very small things going on between with Germans there. I probably switch back to them. Yeah, okay, that was just the right moment, because McVision, he is not over with his race, moving into P8 right now, which is highly impressive. Maybe he should have defended a little bit more the outside there, but Kusandari can't make the move. He has to let his people McVision go. Very impressive there. Great racing from McVision. A good attack, and then very well defended. He just held the line and executed there perfectly. Jabin's now a little bit in no man's land. 1 second left, or 1 second in front of McVision, but he still has to make up 10 seconds to Hendrik, which is just impossible, I believe. Hendrik following Yano, both on similarly used medium tires. I think nothing much will happen here anymore. Maybe Yano crashes, who knows. Stealth from his car movement, he is struggling a lot with tires. He has to work hard now for the one stop. That is, whoa, not looking so good. And charged on mediums, it is, I don't know, maybe his call on mediums was the right, because he's already on 67%. Maybe if he switched to softs, that would have been way worse for him. But Yuki Boy again being into the pit lane for softs. I don't know if it was pit stop practice for him, but that seems like a very weird strategy call there. McVision now has to defend from Yormeli, who got the shortcut detection. Nice that this is in the game. And Yormeli now using the slipstream. I think McVision should have maybe defended the inside a little bit more, but Yormeli is on faster tires, so The interesting question now is if J-Benz can hold his position. It's only like 3 more laps, but Jomeli has 16% more, which it's like 2 or 3 laps in soft, which means a lot performance-wise. But it seems like McVincent isn't done with the move from Jomeli, and he is currently like only half a second behind, which probably means that we will see a little bit more of a closer fight between them in the end. McVincent is also getting at the same time pressured a lot from Kosandari. Iggy fell back a lot. Cyberpunk also fell back again. We didn't speak about this. We heard some accidents here, but doesn't seem like anybody losing a lot of time. So maybe just a small bump there. Yeah, Kandi's still leading the race. Charged now, very much behind Nestori. I would be interested to see if they switch positions now. Would also be interesting to see how hard Nestori makes it for his teammate. And it seems like he makes it very hard. I mean, it's friendly racing. Judge struggling here through these corners. Nestori with the way better line, I think, charged. I mean, he is on the podium from P11, which is just impressive. Perfect strategy calls there. Again, even I would have questioned the call there on mediums, but seemed to work out pretty good for Charged, at least so far. He is a little bit... he's losing time against Nestori right now. Never mind. Gaining a little bit back. I think like Sector 1, he is really strong. A lot of people seem to struggle in Sector 2. We saw that from like Cyberpunk's qualification, for example. Yeah, and the Sector 2 just... honestly, Sector 2 just looks frustrating for me. I mean, I made my impressions clear at the beginning of the stream that I don't really like the track that at all. There are so much more nicer tracks in the USA, and they decide to build out a parking lot, which is very American, I might add. But nothing that I would have preferred anywhere. J-Benz. Oh, Jomeli got past J-Benz. J-Benz now needs to be very careful with his tires. He still has to do this lap and then one more, and he is on 42% softs. And Kosandari is on, yeah, I mean, shootout mediums, but I think the medium at this stage is the better tire to have. So like a shootout medium is the better tire to have right now than shootout soft. And yeah, this will be very interesting to see if Kosandari can close the gap a little bit more to J-Benz. He is currently on the right trajectory to it, but it's still like 2 seconds. Ooh, and Kosandari is getting pressured by McVincent. I didn't say anything. I think that makes it pretty obvious that it will probably stay as it is right now. You see like the always nice competition between Dremet and Cyber going on. Obviously our 2 retirements. Grandi, wow, takes another win. So impressive, man. Nestori comes in P2, disconnects right away. I think he needed to get going. Stealth bringing home his 1 stop at P4. Hendrik P5, Yono P6. Your melee seems like P7. And yeah, J-Bands. Cassandra still gained 1 second. Yeah, Cassandra, then McVison. Boxer Evo in P11. The late call pit stop didn't work for him. P12 goes to Cyber. P13 Dremet. Then we have Igiava, JR, Yuki, Darren, and Whiplash. Which, yeah, concludes the Miami Grand Prix. Very well driven by Grandi, who scores fastest lap and obviously the race win. The podium then is completed by Nestori and charged in the McLarens, and yeah, Steph P4, Hendrik P5. A very entertaining race. I wouldn't have thought so myself. Again, I don't really appreciate this track. And yeah, if you want to see the race analyzed by someone with a general good understanding of racing, then maybe switch over to Cyberpunk's stream. I'll try to find a link to it, but it's nowhere to be found. Dang. Where is here me I am. Wait, has Cyberpunk is offline? No. Okay, so if you want to see another perspective, join Cyberpunk stream there. Have fun. I hope you have a great time and see you on the next stream. Maybe have a look at Into the Happen YouTube channel in between. Next race will be, I think, on the 20th or the 24th. No, the 22nd of May. That will be the Monaco track. I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, have fun. See you then, and Paladin.